You know, as moms, we've all had that feeling, right? At one time or another, it starts slowly and then it starts gnawing at us until suddenly it's just right there in our guts. Mom guilt. It's that feeling that you're not doing enough for your family, not spending enough time with your kids, working too many hours. The family's having takeout pizza night again, and taking any time for yourself, well, that is an absolute no-no. Joining us now to talk about how to squash mom guilt and achieve a better work-life balance is success coach and public speaker, Dr.Keita Joy. Hey, you.
Hi.
Good to see you.
You too.
You know, I think a lot of women, whether they work from home, which is a job, when you're a stay-at-home mom, that's a job as well. Whether you work in an office, you know, what is it about this superwoman myth that we think we have to uphold?
Well, honestly, it goes back to just generations of really just being in a male-dominated society, right? So I was looking at the U.S. labor statistics, and it said that 82% of women are the ones that handle most of the household chores.
Oh, wow.
Now, they also said that in that statistics, most of these women also have jobs and work as many hours as men, yet they're still coming home and doing most of the work.
Ah.
And I was just like, oh, whoa.
Yeah. Right.
There's a problem there, and I think a lot of that just deals with society, those different social cues, the cues that we get from TV, and then what we do is we internalize that, and we start to think that, okay, this is normal, this has to be my way of life, I can't ask for help, I have to put all this pressure upon myself, which is completely false, unrealistic expectations.
So let's talk a little bit more about that. So should we embrace this mom guilt, or are there some strategies that we can utilize to ease the guilt?
Yeah, no, we're not embracing guilt. None of that. What I do believe as a success coach and a mom and a wife is that you do need to be self-aware. So whether you're a man or a woman, self-awareness is key. So for me, what I do is a lot of cognitive behavior thinking. So I'm always thinking about, okay, what are my feelings? What are my thoughts right now? Because that's going to dictate my actions. Am I thinking about something that's untrue? Is this false when it comes to being a woman?
And I guess most of the time it is false. That's the thing I have found. Most of the time it is false.
Yes.
It's something we put on ourselves.
Right. And then once I realized that, I'm like, wait a minute. This isn't true. This doesn't define me as a woman. No, wait, I'm going to stop that tape and I'm going to play something else that's different.
You are a success coach, right?
Yes.
You're a working mom. You're a wife as well. How did you overcome mom guilt? Because I know you and I were talking about this earlier. How did you overcome it, or are you still a work in progress? And are we all continually going to be a work in progress? Can you ever get over it?
We're always a work in progress. As long as you're here on earth, you're going to be a work in progress. But I think I do have some tips that I use to kind of help myself through all of this. So I've been married for 9 years. We have a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old. And being an entrepreneur, it's a lot. It gets really, really hectic. So some of the ways that I cope is I say I have to have corporate meetings. And so a lot of times people are like, what are you talking about, corporate meetings? That's when I meet with myself. I'm the head of my life. I'm the boss of my life. So literally every Sunday before I start my work week, I sit down and I assess my values, I assess my goals, and I look at what do I need to do in order to accomplish these tasks. Do I need to make sure I'm communicating with my husband as far as who's cooking, who's cleaning? Because now that I'm an entrepreneur, it's not even about gender roles. It's just we need to work as a team to get this house in order. You know, I start thinking about, okay, I call on my mom for support. I have friends.
So it's like having a village.
It is a whole village to get things done. I think a lot of times as women, we feel like we had to do everything by ourselves, which again goes back to those unrealistic expectations. We were created to connect. We're created to collaborate.
Well, you wrote this book. It's called Fabulous and Faithful, which is another thing she's got on her plate in addition to everything else that she is doing. Dr. Keita Joy, we appreciate you so much. How can people find you if they want to get in touch with you?
Yes, well, just go to www.keitajoy.com, or you can go to my website, keitajoy.info@gmail.com.
Well, you have been a joy this morning. We appreciate you. Thank you.